Yeah. Honorable speakers and attendees, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and good afternoon from Jakarta, Indonesia. Welcome to the Smart Change Conference 2020, Urban Data, the online conference for smart city governance in Jakarta, brought to you by the city administrations of Jakarta, Indonesia, and Berlin, Germany. This conference is supported by the European Union through the Smart Change Project. My name is Mira Zakaria, and I will be guiding you today through the conference alongside with my co-moderator Nisa Johan, who will be moderating the discussion sessions. To open today's conference, in the introductory session as a proceeding, I would like to extend a warm welcome to Mr. Yudhistira Nugraha, the Director of Jakarta Smart City Unit. Mr. Yudhistira Nugraha will introduce you to the session on this Jakarta Smart City Strategy, its achievements, and its work plan. Herewith, I give the floor to Pak Yudhistira. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Mbak Mira. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Peace be upon us. Good evening for the audience in Indonesia, in Jakarta, and good morning for audience in Berlin and over the world. So, Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, especially Ms. Helen Franks, Project Manager Smart Change Jakarta, Berlin Senate Department for Economics, Energy and Public Enterprises, and Mr. Muammar Febri, Program Manager for Climate Change, Delegation of the European Union to Indonesia and the Brunei Darussalam, and all the participants. So on behalf of the Jakarta Smart City Department of Communication, Informatics and Statistics, Pemprov DKI Jakarta, I would like to express my gratitude for the invitation to the Smart Change Conference, Urban Data, which also part of our collaboration project between Jakarta and Smart Change Project funded by European government. Today, I would like to talk about how we build a smart city in Jakarta, entitled Building Smart City 4.0 Ecosystem Platform. So basically, this concept of a Smart City 4.0 is introduced by our governor. So start with what is smart city. So all the answer depends on who you ask. If you ask smart city to the service provider, they may say something about that related to any kind of technology or digital technology. But if you ask smart city, what smart city to the city official, they may say something about something that related to e-government, digital government, that anything that related how to make it government less bureaucracy and something like that. And if you ask smart city to the citizen, I don't think they care about the notion of smart city. They only care whether or not they can go around the city easily, they can get a job easily and something like that. So from that concept, smart city has a different value from different stakeholders. And of course, in this context, we define the notion of smart city into two parts. One is innovative city, and the second part is happiness. So this in line with the governance vision and mission. In bahasa we say maju kotanya, bahagia warganya. So this is kind of like how we make the citizen as a co-creator and the government as a collaborator. So Smart City 4.0 basically is a part of the journey of building Smart City 4.0, means that we create the Smart City 4.0 as an ecosystem. So our co-creator can be citizen, academia, media, industry, business, investor, and other government. As a government, act as a collaborator. So this ecosystem we build to achieve vision and mission Jakarta as a city 4.0. So by using technologies, innovation, and collaboration, we trying to address the city problem and to understand the citizen need. So toward this innovative city and happiness. So this is a part of the ecosystem. So smart city is not about the technology. Smart city is not about the regional budget dependencies. Smart city is about the ecosystem. So you can see some use cases: road congestion, medical services, parking space, flooding, waste management, air pollution, school education, and so forth and so forth. How those ecosystems can contribute to address the city problem and to understand the citizen need. This is, in short, this is part of this the problem solving and design thinking, how we understand the citizen need to address to achieve the innovative city and happy citizen. So this is part of the ecosystem. So this is foundation. So the Smart City 4.0 framework as a solid foundation for us to implement smart city in Jakarta. So we have two aim, three value objective, four principle, five co-creators, six outcome, and seven indicators. So as I mentioned before, that we have two aims: one, the innovative city, and happiness. Those two M is the core business of the smart city ecosystem. And when we're thinking about the implementing smart city, we have to think about the value objective. So we have three value objective. One is about quality of life. The second is about the economic growth, and the third one is sustainability environment. And then we have four principle. Four principle means that it represents what we are doing in Jakarta Smart City, especially in Department of Communication, Informatics, and Statistics. It's a one principle. First principle is mobile first. Second principle, a system and data driven. Third principle, a digital experience, and the fourth principle, smart collaboration. And we have five co-creators, which are academic, citizen, media, industry, startup, and governance. And talking about the smart city is not about the output, it's about the outcome. So we have some outcome. So we have six outcome. One, which are equitable, inclusive, and positive, safety data, safe and comfortable, eco-friendly and livable, equitable and trusted. And the last thing, so the outcome of smart city must has the economic impact. And the lastly is the seven indicator. So I think the topic of this conference today is mostly we're talking about the smart people, smart economy, smart environment, smart mobility, smart governance, smart living, and smart branding. So this some work plan, our roadmap in Jakarta Smart City. We start from our four principles: from mobile first, system and data driven, digital experience, and smart collaboration. How we build ecosystem. I think we collaborate with the Berlin, funded by EU Commission. There's two main activities or main project. One is strengthening digital government, and the second one is building the smart city ecosystem, startup ecosystem. So this is part of the how we build together, how we build the ecosystem together with the Berlin government. And this is a part of how we build the smart city ecosystem. Looking at smart city, so we start from the data. Talking about smart city, we need to have the data. Data, especially city data, is recognized as is a significant asset that has multiple impact in various interdisciplinary domain. So without data, we cannot create services. So we start from smart city as a data. When we have the data, we can create services. When we have the services, we can provide secure, reliable API services for public service to the citizen. When we have services, we can create a platform. Now, for example, Jakarta has created digital platform we call JAKI, Jakarta Krini. JAKI is a collaborative ecosystem, one-stop services that designed by citizen by design. So basically that ready to use for the city co-creator, for example, communities, industry, and startup. And when we have platform, how we integrate different platform into hub. So smart city as a hub. So one of our initiative working with the Berlin government, we going to build the future city as a hub, so innovation hub. And lastly, talking about smart city is about the ecosystem. So we need to think about how we build a new business model for smart city ecosystem instead of depending on the financial restriction like APBD, like regional budget and so forth and so forth. And so this is kind of like how we build the ecosystem platform in Jakarta. Looking at this is kind of like the analogy owner. For example, Google own Android. So owner is a government of Jakarta has Jaki as a platform. We hoping that Jaki is not only designed by the government, all the services, all the application on, in Jaki also created by a citizen. Let's say, for example, producer try to come to the ecosystem in order to all those services can be accessed by customer or in this context for the citizen. So this is a player in the platform ecosystem. So we think that how we going to build the platform for government as a service. We see we look at Gojek, they have their own business. As a government, we also have our own business as a government as a service to the citizen. And this is, as I mentioned, that the Jaki as a collaborative ecosystem platform with citizen design services. We have this is a one-stop services. And last slide. So I would like to tell you that Jaki is nominated as the candidate for the ASEAN ICT Award because we are the winner in the Identic 2020 Indonesia Entrepreneur TIK. So I hope this is useful for us. And if you have any question, please email me at yudhistira.nugraha@jakarta.go.id. Thank you very much. Good evening.
Yeah, thank you so much, Pak Yudhistira, for your opening remarks. It's very good to hear the elaboration of the plans of the city of Jakarta. Okay, so we're going to the next session with Ms. Hannah Franke, and we'll see you in a bit.